team members offer common sense accessibility solutions which won't break your budget. These are business people who understand the challenges faced by all small businesses. They are also people with disabilities who know what it takes to be accessible. Check out their courses, coaching packages, and so much more at reallifeaccess.com. You'll be glad you did. Hi, I'm Zak Clayton, founder of Community Pay It Forward. We've created a unique way to turn everyday purchases into meaningful support for families, nonprofits, and community projects, along with so much more. Here's how it works. When you shop with our giving partners, small businesses and services everywhere, they share a portion of your sales to help people in need at no extra cost to you. It's so simple. Shop, click, and pick. Shop with one of our partners. Click a picture to submit your receipt and pick the cause you want to support. It's a win-win for everyone. Businesses get exposure and communities get the help they need while you enjoy your purchases. With Community Pay It Forward, every purchase has a purpose. Let's make a difference because no one needs to go it alone when we all come. We are honored to invite you to the 4th annual Mission for Healthy Heroes on February 22nd, 2025. This day-long event is dedicated to serving those who serve us, focusing on the invisible battles our heroes face: mental health, homelessness, and reintegration challenges. Over the past 3 years, we've shared stories of resilience and hope. This year, we're amplifying our mission, spotlighting 4 incredible organizations that are making a real impact. The donations and sponsorships will go to helping these groups, providing critical resources to all of our heroes, both country and community. You can help too. Share your story, partner with us, or become a sponsor. Every contribution counts, whether it's time, funds, or spreading the word. Join us on February 22nd for a day of hope, healing, and change, because helping one hero means helping us all. For more information, visit the website or contact Zak Clayton at zak@communitypayitforward.us. Once again, that's Zak, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us.
Born into a real fight wasn't right. Where can she dream here? Took a hold of her.
Well, hello, good evening all. How you doing? Zak Clayton here, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channel. And wow, that logo was huge. That's really pretty scary when it almost covers my face. Could be a better show if it was covering my face, but you know what? I simply don't want that to happen. Welcome to Community Impact for the first real community impact of the year. A week ago, we were celebrating New Year's Eve, so we took the day off. We're going to be reliving some of past Mission of Healthy Heroes programs, okay? Tonight, very special friend, somebody who's been part of all 3 previous years, Miss Sandy Abate, I'm going to relive my interview with her. 2 years ago, I believe is what it was. So year 2. And I appreciate everything that, Sandy has done for us over the years. Sandy is also a wonderful partner in the program, and you can find all of her information if you go to the website, communitypayupforward.us, business services, SCA bookkeeping, and you'll be able to find Sandy and all of her information. Once again, we're going to relive her interview I did with her. I believe it was 2 years ago. It may have been last year. I don't know. It was, after all, it was almost a year ago. So, year ago, geez, that's what, 9 days ago? I mean, who can remember that far back? I again want to thank everybody so much for all the positive feedback we have been getting for a miracle of a community that cares. And I want to make sure that people understand that we still need that positivity to continue. We all know, as I've been saying, here in less than 2 weeks, we have a change coming in America. And a lot of people are excited. A lot of people are anxious. A lot of people, quite frankly, are upset about what's going on. But you know what? Here's the thing. It doesn't, in the long and short of it, folks, it doesn't matter. If we take care of each other, it doesn't matter. Okay? So let's work on taking care of each other, and let's worry less about dealing with all the chaos that comes with everything else. And I think that I think that we'll learn that our lives are better places. So please, let's calm down. Let's lower the temperature. And that's damn scary to say right now, because right now in a lot of places the temperature is low enough. Right now in Colorado it is 19 degrees, and that is cold enough for me. Okay, but let's cool the temperature around us, and let's stop with the haymakers and start with the respect again. We need to respect each other, and we need to realize that we are in this and we can do anything together. Okay, so if you need to reach out to me, my name is Zak Clayton. You can get a hold of me by email, zak@communitypayupforward.us, zak@communitypayupforward.us, and yes, that is ZAK, zak@communitypayupforward.us. Once again, as we've been talking about, we do have the mission for Healthy Heroes upcoming. February 22nd, our 22-hour podcast. If you would like to take place, or if you would like to become part of the program, if you would like to help us by sponsoring the program, this is the QR code to do that. And now I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger because now it's super small. This is the QR code that can get your sponsorship in. And one of the things that we're doing this year with the sponsorship is we found a company that's going to help us to where we can take and we can get some things printed out. And if you get into a couple certain packages, you're going to be able to get your logo on some of our branded items. We've got branded sweatshirts, many different colors, many different sizes. So there's, it's not a one size fits all. We've got long sleeve t-shirts, which I absolutely love the long sleeve t-shirts. And we've got short sleeve t-shirts. All of these, you can get your brand on these shirts if you help to sponsor our program. Scanning that QR code that was up in the corner a minute ago is the best way to get involved and support Mission for Healthy Heroes. I would like to ask you to support our Mission for Healthy Heroes by rocking some amazing t-shirts and hoodies. Every purchase helps fund vital programs for our heroes, making a real difference in their lives. And here's the exciting part. You can become a sponsor and have your logo added to the merchandise. Imagine your business or organization being proudly represented on apparel worn by supporters everywhere while showing your commitment to our heroes. These are more than just shirts and hoodies, they're a statement of support. So grab yours today and join us in making an impact. To sponsor or order, visit www.communitypayitforward.us/community-mission-for-healthy-heroes. Please help us build healthier tomorrows for our Tomorrow is the first edition of Family Networking for 2025, and we're inviting you to come and join us. Scan this QR code and it'll send you to a form that you fill out. This form is going to be in place of putting your information in the chat and people having to take and copy the chat. Instead, we take and we release a document that's got all of your information on it. You can be a little more thorough in this document. You can share more information with people, and you get more information in there, basically, is what it is. This is not just a networking event that we're going to be talking about our businesses, or it's, this is more about what drives you as a human, as a person. Yeah, we're going to be talking about our business. It's networking. Okay, but we're also looking to bring in nonprofits. Charitable organizations. We really want to talk to you. We want you to come in. We want you to join us. Are you looking to improve your life? Are you wanting to become to find a different job? Are you wanting to find a new path in life? Are you just wanting to move to somewhere better? Are you considering opening your own business? We want to talk to you about this. Come on, join us. Give us your verbal resume. Let's talk. Talk to some people who have been in your shoes. Talk to some people who might be able to lead you to people who can support you. Come and join us. This is a place for everyone to come in and have your story told and not be sold. So we are thrilled that we're going to be doing this again tomorrow, 6 p.m. East, or right here in the mountain. You can join us simply by scanning the QR code that you see in the corner. You can also go and it's all over my social media. It's all over everywhere. If you need to get a hold of me, Zak at communitypayitforward.us, Zak at communitypayitforward.us. Get a hold of me and I will send you the link for tomorrow. We do have a couple rules. You have to have your camera on unless you are driving, of course. And we do that just because we don't like being spammed. And spam isn't the right word for it. I don't know the lingo. I don't know what the lingo is, but I know that I've seen some pretty disturbing things happen in networking when people didn't suggest that you had to keep your camera on, including one time where there was very loud and obnoxious music that was playing because somebody thought it would be fun just to come in and mess with us a little bit. So again, scan the QR code, come in and join us. We're looking to have fun. We are looking to make a difference. You can check out the Mission for Healthy Heroes by visiting Community Pay It Forward Community Mission for Healthy Heroes on the website. Okay, just go to www or https semicolon, whatever, communitypayitforward.us. When you go there, just look up Mission Healthy Heroes, Community Mission for Healthy Heroes. It'll take you to the page. If you run a nonprofit, if you run a charitable foundation, if you are looking for a little bit of support, we are going to take 4 people, 4 organizations, because we haven't been able to make enough money yet to where we made a real difference. So this year we're going to drop it down to 4. Scan the QR code, fill out this application. We're going to be choosing 4 of them. One of them, actually, I got to tell you, one of them is already taken. Okay, one of them is already taken. And let me tell you about this because this is very important. We do have an individual who is serving in Colorado Springs. He is serving and his daughter has special needs. They are needing to have a wheelchair ramp and an opening for their home widened. Okay, this is pretty major work. So we are looking for people to, 1, help us perform this job, and 2, we're going to be raising money by using our QR code, by the community dairy care program, our form, and we're also going to be raising money throughout the program, the 22-hour program. One of the things that we're doing is we are teaming again with Carolyn Rasmussen, who is going to help us with the Pampered Chef Party. I will have all of the information about this next week. Okay, it's been a very, very busy week, as all of you know, very busy week because we're just getting back into the whole working thing and everything's going on. So next week I will have the information on the Carolyn Rasmussen party. When we get that in, I will share it with you. Okay, but if you run an organization that would like to help us make a huge difference for you, scan this QR code, fill out the information, and let's get to work. If you just want to come on and you just want to tell your story, what you do in the community, right here's the program. Okay, you just tell us, hey, you know what? We just want to come on and tell our story. We're going to get you on there. So scan that QR code. Let's get busy, folks. This is unfortunate. It's a terrible, terrible thing that we have, that our veterans are going through. It's a terrible thing that they go through. You can help us be part of someone's solution. There's so much to do, and there's enough for all of us to participate. And so we need your help. So again, if you know an organization that does stuff to help out heroes, veterans, fire department, first responders, law enforcement, whatever, scan the QR code. Let's get them in. Let's tell their story. Because you know what? Telling a story is the best thing we can do to help someone out, because they do so much for so many. We are honored to invite you to the 4th annual Mission for Healthy Heroes on February 22nd, 2025. This day-long event is dedicated to serving those who serve us, focusing on the invisible battles our heroes face: mental health, homelessness, and reintegration challenges. Over the past 3 years, we've shared stories of resilience and hope. This year, we're amplifying our mission. We are honored to invite you to the 4th annual Mission for Healthy Heroes on February 22nd, 2025. This day-long event is dedicated to serving those who serve us, focusing on the invisible battles our heroes face: mental health, homelessness, and reintegration challenges. Over the past 3 years, we've shared stories of resilience and hope. This year, we're amplifying our mission, spotlighting 4 incredible organizations that are making a real impact. The donations and sponsorships will go to helping these groups, providing critical resources to all of our heroes, both country and community. You can help too. Share. Hello, my name is Zak Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. I'd like to take a real quick minute to tell you why we have created a mission for healthy heroes. First responders are our everyday heroes, rushing towards danger when others step away. But behind the bravery lies a silent struggle with mental health. Research shows that 85% of first responders experience mental health challenges, like depression and PTSD. These conditions are significantly more common amongst them than in the general population. Did you know that 35% of police officers and up to 24% of 911 dispatchers live with PTSD? And tragically, first responders are more likely to die by suicide than in the line of duty. In 2017 alone, 103 firefighters and 140 police officers died by suicide. In comparison, 93 firefighters and 129 officers were killed in the line of duty. These numbers are heartbreaking, and they highlight the urgent need for mental health support.
Sandy.
Yet many remain reluctant to seek help due to the stigma, concerns about confidentiality, and fear of career consequences. Mental health matters. Support our first responders. Together, we can make a difference. Join us on February 22nd for a mission for healthy heroes. Visit communitypayitforward.us/mission for healthy heroes, or use the QR code above to become a sponsor today. My name is Zak Clayton, and I hope you join us. Thank you.
Sandy Abate is one of our partners, which means every time you shop with her, you can donate to somebody in need. Now, with no more of me talking, I want to bring her on. Here's Sandy Abate. How are you doing, sweetie?
Hi, Zach. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. Because of you, we're able to do this again, and we're, it's weird. It was one of those things that, Sandy, I'm telling you, I felt like I was more prepared for this 2 months ago than I felt this morning. This morning I woke up going, geez, did I get everything? I forgot to invite Sandy.
And I think I signed up 2 months ago and completely lost all the information.
Well, and it was actually kind of weird. I don't know how. I think I had to go back into our texts and read back into our text to find out exactly what time you were wanting to come on, and I was like going, okay, well, this works perfect. So, but yeah, it's a pleasure. Like I said, you were one of the very first people who you said, look, this is important. I want to be part of this, and I can't tell you how proud I am that you guys as partners see the value in what we're trying to do, and really wanting to be part of this. But before we go into a little more about what your feelings on the issue, I would like you to tell us a little bit about SCA Bookkeeping. Tell us a little bit more about what you do and what makes you, other than being part of the Community Pay It Forward family, what makes you special, and why people should hire you.
Right. Well, thank you, Zach. So, when I started as CA bookkeeping, I just had that small idea that I was going to go in there and help small businesses um, get their books in order and keep them in order because I had discovered so many small businesses don't. But since that time that I opened, it has grown so much. I'm now hosting an accountability training group called Get Your Books Done, which is going to give time to put on your calendar to actually sit down and do your books. And if you run into problems during that time period, I'm always around in the breakout or no, in the main room that you can come back and ask questions. There's going to be training times. There's going to be office hours. So it really is just an amazing part. And I've been thinking about how that really connects to our veterans. So many veterans come back and they're at that shell shock. They're not ready to go and actually, get an actual job, just because of some of the stuff, but they do have something to give. Now I'm sitting there working with a couple that sat there and, they're not ready to jump back into the workforce. So they're starting their own little small businesses and I'm guiding them along those grounds. So, regardless where you are on your bookkeeping scale, SCA bookkeeping's there to help. So,
You you approach bookkeeping as a way that it's bookkeeping is so important for a small business,
mhm,
and bookkeeping can be the death of a small business, can it not?
absolutely, absolutely. I think they say 80% of businesses that fail because of their cash flow, not keeping track of it.
What is one of the biggest mistakes you see small businesses make, and they end up putting themselves in vulnerable positions?
Not so much mistake, but they're not accountable. They sit there and say they're going to do it themselves, and they can do it themselves. They just have to make that time. A lot of times life gets busy, work gets busy, and they push it aside and they don't go to it. They don't keep it as much as we, keep an eye on the fuel tank on our vehicles. We need to be looking just as much at keeping those records up to date in full at that full line. So you know, not necessarily on a daily what your bank account is, but that you have X amount of money to spend on hiring that new contractor. You need X amount coming in. So when you go to bid on a job, you know what that is. So, day to day cash transaction knowledge is what you need.
If they're do you also like to work with nonprofits? Nonprofit bookkeeping is a lot different than normal bookkeeping, isn't it?
It is. It's a lot different. And as of right now, it's not something I'm trained in.
Okay. Yeah, I know that you really have to have somebody
Hmm.
who is, you know, damn near saintly to
Hmm.
have to deal with that because there are so many laws and the laws change so often. Um,
Hmm.
why did you get into bookkeeping? What was it about bookkeeping that, you know, um, it's one of those things that I hear the term retired bookkeeper or retired oh geez HR manager or something like that. You hear that all the time because it's like, oh my god, I gotta get out of there because that was driving me crazy. Yet you're not that way. You are like, this is what I love to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I did. I went from managing different stores and restaurants to deciding that I had enough of, that employee manager position. So I stepped down and I went and worked into a hospital, and that's when it really showed me how many small business owners that I talked to had no clue what their numbers were because they weren't staying on top of it. They didn't understand the importance. To them, bookkeeping was just what needed to be done to get their taxes paid. Um, and then when the and at that time when I was working at in the hospital, my job was to go in there and help people without the right insurance get their bills paid. I normally walked out of the room saying, you rest, take care of yourself, concentrate on getting better. We've got your bill taken care of. These small businesses, I couldn't reassure them like that because I didn't know their numbers because they didn't know their numbers. Then when the PPP loan rolled out, these were the same small businesses that failed because they couldn't get that PPP loan because they didn't know their numbers fast enough. Um, so when I ended up losing that job due to the pandemic, I sat there and said, I'm going to help those people. I'm going to make sure that those small businesses know their numbers so that when they are put into a situation, they know what they can and can't do. I want to give them back that power.
What what are some of the reasons why you felt so strongly like that you wanted to get behind um, this program? Uh, and and I know that one of the reasons why, well, let's be honest, your financial issues are one of the problems that lead to a lot of stress. Um, and stress in business is not it's different than regular stress.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not just you who's thinking about, oh my god, is this guy screwing us, but it's you and everyone else that you work with. um and that goes for uh these men and women who come out of the service and they start a business, and a lot of times they start a business because they didn't have the education, um, because they were busy defending our country.
Hmm.
So they didn't have the time to go get that education, and they're like, you know what? I just spent 4 years in the service. I'll be damned if I'm going to spend another 4 years in school just to go get this job. I did it in the service. I'm just going to do it here on myself.
Right, right. So many of them do. They sit there, and I do. I feel like our school systems really don't prepare us for financial life outside of school. The military, granted, I know because both my sons served, um, you know, yeah, it teaches them about credit and about, making sure that they don't blow everything that they made while they're overseas. Um, but it doesn't really prepare them to go back into entering the workforce or starting up a business. So really just to give them that support on, how to keep your expenses organized, while you're just starting out before you're making that income. Once you start to make that income, now what do I do? To all of a sudden, oh my God, my business is exploding. I don't have time to do my books anymore. There's you know, 3 different levels of a business, and yeah, you need to have someone that can walk you through all 3 levels, I feel.
And let's put aside the fact that, you know what? Well, obviously it's very smart because it's what you do for a living. How smart is it to have somebody who has no no dog in the fight? Allow them to do your books, because they're not the ones who are trying to find a way to uh, move money, hide money, do whatever. And I'm not trying to make it sound
Mhm,
like everyone's a
mhm.
criminal. I'm just stating the fact that, you know what, it's probably a lot easier. And you also have a promise that, you're going to be there to support them.
Mhm, mhm. Finding a good bookkeeper is a lot like finding a good mechanic, you know, they're not going to be sitting on the side of the road when your car breaks down. Um, but they take enough pride in what they do that you're going to be able to drive that vehicle from point A to point B successfully for many, many years. That's what a bookkeeper does for your business. They get things fixed so that, you're going to know that good cash flow. You're going to have that good budget, that good forecast going forward to make it to point A and beyond. So,
What 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 would you like to see people, if you could make up a list of things that people should do before they agree to start a business, what would be on the top of that list?
the top things for me when I sat there and decided I was going to start the business, I first went and got a good lawyer, made sure that I was setting it up correctly, and you know, that I had that protection for myself. Um, and then from there, it was to actually talk to a CPA. I feel it's important to work not just with a bookkeeper, but with your own tax preparer, um, and that the CPA and your bookkeeper do talk with each other, um, or talk to each other, because the bookkeeper, where they're setting the books up for you, they're also setting it up for your tax preparers, um, and it's in the long run is going to save you money. Um, but yeah, you want to sit there, know how much money you're putting into the business so that you can keep track of that cash flow. Make a list of your expenses. When you go to sign up for a new app, put that date on your calendar, that each month that's going to come out to where you're seeing it on your calendar each month, to where you can sit there and ask yourself, how much did I use that app that week or that month? um, when you sign up for those new trials, you know make sure that when that trial period's done, you don't forget on whether or not that app really solved the problem or not. It's those little expenses that's going to cost you.
I i know when that used to be a huge problem for me, is that somebody would convince me, hey, you know what, this is going to be the change in your business. And even though the little creature in my head said, no, it's not, you know, the other side of the brain went, why the hell not? And so I'd end up taking and signing into it and then forgetting about it. And then next thing I know, I'd have a charge for $300. And I'm like, whoa, no.
Hmm.
Uh-uh. And yeah, and that is right there. That's lack of preparedness, and there's not a whole lot that I could do about it alone. So, but it was one of those things that I really wanted to. I agree with you that I think that that's one of the biggest things to try to avoid. um I know that you're extremely busy today, and like I said, I know that we've um, you know got you got a lot of work to do. You're going to be joining one of my groups, one of my favorite groups here in about 40 minutes, called the Brainy Brunch, and they're great. I love that. I love that group. But you also run other networking programs. Do you want to tell people
Hmm.
about them, and maybe we can get some people come to your networker?
Yes, no. Brainy Brunches is one of my favorite groups, and we actually meet tomorrow, not today. So
Oh, okay. Well,
I was trying to think, it's like, Zach, don't do that to me. I can't think of where else I'm supposed to be in 40 minutes that you would be. Um, I have a meeting with a client right after this. So, yeah, you had me a little worried there. But I also co host for the HMP Iowa group, and they meet right after Brady Brunch tomorrow at 2 Central. So, we got 1 Central covered, 2 Central covered, and um, I could go on and on with other other groups there. But those are my top two groups right now is Brainy Brunch and the HMP Iowa. So
Well, as you can see, apparently my days are already running in together, and it's not good. There's
yes.
still a long way to go here, but um, when when you have somebody who comes to you with a problem that they are really struggling with, and it could lead to potential a life changing question. Maybe it's somebody who's thinking, okay, I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble here. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. What do you do? What do you try to say to them? What is your position? And what is your thought? How?
Mhm. Mhm. Um, yeah, for me, the first thing I do is I ask them, if they're a religious person, because I do. I feel that prayer is so important. And so we do. I stop and I pray with them if they're open to it. If they're not open to it, that's perfectly fine too. But most people appreciate that prayer. And then from there, we really do sit down and I, get out my notebook and my networking group and find, what their problem is and who's going to be the best to fix it.
Well, it's it is just amazing to me, and I wanted to thank Lawrence very much uh, for that. And thank you, Lawrence, for your service. I appreciate it. But you know, we we came together and we decided that we were going to work together because it's a passion of both of ours to make sure that other people are taken care of. Um, and I want to thank you very much for stepping up, and like I said, you were one of the first people. I believe you were the first person to step up and say, "I'm in." All over I'm in on this. And I want to thank you so much for that, because you know what, you helped us get some radio ads played, and helped us get some other things done. This is getting bigger and better next year. I honestly, I hope we don't need it next year. I hope that we have no more veteran suicides. That would be a dream of mine. I
Hmm.
would love to get to that day.
Yes.
But until we have none, I'm going to be here on the 22nd, or until I'm gone. I'm not going to come back and do this show. I'm weird. I'm not
It's
that
a
weird.
great cause. I think you should come back.
Well, this is really, look. The numbers are different no matter where you look, but the
Hmm.
numbers, but the one number that's true is it's too large.
Hmm.
There are too many that are taking their own lives. Our heroes give up their time, their lives, to go and defend our way of life, and it is our responsibility as civilians is to make sure that look, they
Hmm.
gave up for us. Let's give up a little bit for them, because and if trying to discover the conversation by allowing
Hmm.
you to say what you just said, you know, maybe that's going to give somebody else the courage to stand up and talk to somebody, and that's a life saved. And
Absolutely.
I said this last year, and I truly mean this. We may not know if together in this 22 hours, we may not know if we're going to save a life today. I'd like to think we did, but we
Hmm.
may not know. All I do know is that we came together, and hopefully we're starting a conversation for somebody else who didn't know how to start that conversation. So, and that right there, I think, is the most important thing. But Sandy, I want to thank you so much for
Absolutely.
joining me. Uh, Enjoy everything tomorrow. if I can talk past my lips tomorrow, I might see you at the Brainy Brunch, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk
I
anymore,
was
man.
gonna say you're still gonna be sleeping.
That would be nice. So, but I do. I want to thank you very much.
So, and
Sandy, how do
thank you
they
for
get a
all you
hold of you?
do. Yes, they can reach out to me. I am on LinkedIn. They can also email me. It's Sandy at sebookkeeping.com. So,
You know, and
yep, yep. Come to the
I, I,
website.
again, this is um, this is vital for your business. So,
Hmm.
before you get into business, before you get into trouble, uh, go and see Sandy. See how she can help you. Because if you go and see Sandy, she can, she's going to tell you straight. Look, this is you're healthy, or maybe we need to look at something different. And
Hmm.
it's in nobody's best business for you to get into business to fail.
Right.
That's really kind of one of the things that we get set up here. So,
Hmm.
Sandy, again, thank you, my dear. I
All
appreciate it.
right.
We'll
Well,
hopefully see you tomorrow.
all right. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah,
And I'll
goodbye.
be here with you next year if we have to.
Sounds great. All right, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Yeah, goodbye.
At Confronting Domestic Violence, our mission is to provide real time resources to abused families, including relocation services to help parents and children reach safety. We're committed to giving at risk families a real chance to escape dangerous situations. You can support Confronting Domestic Violence by our simple program Shop, Click, and Pick. Shop with any giving partner. Click a picture of your receipt and pick Confronting Domestic Violence by scanning this QR code or visiting communitypayitforward.us and search by their name. Confronting Domestic Violence and Community Pay It Forward. No one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Does this sound like your life? Scattered, jumping between tasks but never finishing. Saying yes when you want to say no. Avoiding hard conversations and holding it all in. It's time to stop overcomplicating life and turning it into your advantage. Experience T Now, a monthly membership designed to help parents, professionals, and dreamers like you conquer self-sabotage and thrive. Save your spot today. Get early access, a special gift, and start transforming your life. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. I would like to ask you to support our mission for Healthy Heroes by rocking some amazing t-shirts and hoodies. Every purchase helps fund vital programs for our heroes, making a real difference in their lives. And here's the exciting part. You can become a sponsor and have your logo added to the merchandise. Imagine your business or organization being proudly represented on apparel worn by supporters everywhere, while showing your commitment to our heroes. These are more than just shirts and hoodies, they're a statement of support. So grab yours today and join us in making an impact. To sponsor or order, visit www.communitypayitforward.us/community-mission-for-healthy-heroes. Please help us build healthier tomorrows for our heroes today. Introducing Shop, Click, and Pick, the simplest way to support those doing good in communities everywhere. We understand that shopping is a necessity, but with a slight adjustment, you can make a huge difference without spending any extra money. Here's how it works. Please visit communitypayitforward.us and navigate to the Find Your Partners tab. Discover our verified giving partners, which are trusted allies ready to meet your needs. Shop with any of the partners that resonate with you. Click a picture. Introducing Shop, Click, and Pick, the simplest way to support those doing good in communities everywhere. We understand that shopping is a necessity, but with a slight adjustment, you can make a huge difference without spending any extra money. Here's how it works. Please visit communitypayitforward.us and navigate to the Find Your Partners tab. Discover our verified giving partners, which are trusted allies ready to meet your needs. Shop with any of the partners that resonate with you. Click a picture of the receipt or invoice, then pick the mission partner you. I want to thank Sende Abate for being a huge part of the program, A Mission for Healthy Heroes, all 4 years so far. We've not reached out to her yet this year, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be joining us again this year. So I know that it is something that's very important to her, as well as being part of the company, being part of the partnership. And I know having her as a partner is something that is extremely important to me. I would like you to also be part of the partnership. I would love for you to come and be part of the program. I would love you to see all the good that we are doing and all the good that we are working on, because our goal is plain and simple, pure, plain and simple. We want to help everyone. Okay? Again, and I say this often, people say that you can't help everyone. Well, why not? Why can't we? I think we can, and I think that our goal should be, without any doubt, I think our goal should be, let's do this. Let's help everyone. A Mission for Healthy Heroes was started almost 4 years ago, 2/22/22. Was started with a group of people who were doing another event, and I couldn't fly to where they were at, and I wanted to be part of what they were doing, so I created the podcast, and I've enjoyed the podcast. As I've said every year, it's a podcast that it'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll cheer you up, and it'll rip your heart out. I've learned so much about so many people. We've heard so many stories that while I could sit here and say, I am so looking forward to this because it's going to be a great time and it's going to be so much fun, and it's not really the point. The point is to get the information across. My message is quite simple. Do any of these categories fit you? Do you know someone who is a hero, country or community, who has struggled, who has went through some difficult times, and they've come out the other end and they've found a way to deal with their problems? Have you been on the other unfortunate side to where you've lost somebody who had the struggle and they didn't come through? And are you willing to tell that story? please reach out to us. Do you run a program that can potentially save lives? Do you run a program that can support people who are going through these difficult times? Do you run a program for housing? Do you run a program for mental health care? Do you run a program for financial stability? Do you run a program that, let me put it in this way. Do you run a program that people have come to you and they've said, I was at my wit's end. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to lose it. I was going crazy. Where, yes, sometimes we use I was going crazy too loosely. Unfortunately, some people are going crazy for those situations in their own mind. They're going that crazy, just crazy enough to where, unfortunately, it sends them over the edge. We need to talk to you. Our purpose for a mission for healthy heroes is very simple. Never shut up. Continue to talk, continue to tell stories. Tell your stories of victory, tell your stories of defeat. Tell your stories of success, tell your downfalls. Tell people about a situation that you've come to and found a way around. And tell us the story of the situation you're in that you're looking for help, because by God, there are people out there who can hopefully guide you around that wall that's blocking you. If you are in any of these situations, please scan the QR code, tell us your story. We are going to be starting to schedule this coming up week. On Monday, we are going to be scheduling times. If you would like to sponsor, if you would like to be a part of this show and help us raise money for these organizations, raise money for this family in Colorado Springs who needs to get this door built so his daughter can get in and out of the house comfortably. Plus a couple more organizations that will be chosen. Scan the QR code, become a sponsor. You become a sponsor, you join us. You can find your logo on the bottom of some of our new merchandise that can be found on the website right there. That website, communitypayitforward.us/community mission for healthy heroes. We've got the long sleeve tee. We've got the short sleeve tee with the same back. And we've got the hoodie. This is a way that I can say thank you by adding your logo. These hoodies are going to be for sale all year round. These shirts are going to be for sale all year round until next year's come along. Every time that we make a sale of these shirts, a portion is going to go to the organizations that we're raising money for. I played this earlier. I do want to play it again because this explains why there is a need for a mission for healthy heroes. Hello, my name is Zak Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. I'd like to take a real quick minute to tell you why we have created a mission for healthy heroes. First responders are our everyday heroes, rushing towards danger when others step away. But behind the bravery lies a silent struggle with mental health. Research shows that 85% of first responders experience mental health challenges, like depression and PTSD. These conditions are significantly more common amongst them than in the general population. Did you know that 35% of police officers and up to 24% of 911 dispatchers live with PTSD? And tragically, first responders are more likely to die by suicide than in the line of duty. In 2017 alone, 103 firefighters and 140 police officers died by suicide. In comparison, 93 firefighters and 129 officers were killed in the line of duty. These numbers are heartbreaking, and they highlight the urgent need for mental health support. Yet many remain reluctant to seek help due to the stigma, concerns about confidentiality, and fear of career consequences. Mental health matters. Support our first responders. Together, we can make a difference. Join us on February 22nd for a mission for healthy heroes. Visit communitypayitforward.us/mission for healthy heroes, or use the QR code above to become a sponsor today. My name is Zak Clayton, and I hope you join us. Thank you. Yes, please make sure that you come and join us tomorrow. Once again, all you have to do is reach out to me, Zak, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us, Zak, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us. Scan this code, fill out the information, I'll send you the link. 6 p.m. tomorrow at East. 6 p.m. East, 4 p.m. Mountain. 6 East, 4 Mountain. Of course, that means 5 Central, 3 Pacific. I can't remember what time it is, Hawaii, but you know what? If you're in Hawaii, you're welcome. If you're in UK, you're welcome. Europe, Russia, I don't care where you're at. Come and join us. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be talking about what we can do to make lives better for people. Things like, if you got an old hoodie in your car, or you got an old hoodie in your closet, put it in your car. Make sure you get it to somebody who's struggling with the elements. It's 16 degrees right here in beautiful Colorado. It is 16 degrees right at this second. Folks, that's cold, and there are people out there with wet clothes that are freezing. The cold shelters don't open until a certain amount, for another 2 hours. Cold shelters don't even open. These are things that you have to know. You have to know in your community that there are people who are out there that, yeah, there are resources for them once in a while, but what are the rules for these resources? And look, these resources are, they're set up this way because that's the way they have to be set up. Staffing, funding, whatever it is. So, but if you got an old hoodie sitting in your closet, no longer fits you, doesn't fit you, doesn't work. You have an old t-shirt, this or shirt. You know, this is like a thermal style shirt. I can't give this one away because it actually fits me. So, but, you know, I've had a couple of these shirts that we've given away. These are nice because they're made out of that thermal material, you know. But remember, summertime, the extreme heat, that's another thing. You know, people get sunburned, dehydration, all that other stuff. So remember, if you've got clothing that no longer fits you, don't take it to a thrift store. Put it in your car, give it to somebody who's struggling with the elements. Make a little bit of extra food, throw it in the old hillbilly Tupperware, zap it in the microwave, and go give it to somebody who's struggling with hunger. You knew she had to come and make another appearance before the end of the show. So Please remember to love somebody out there because somebody out here loves you. My name is Zak Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. And there's the new Community Dare to Care. For those of you who haven't seen it, we've changed that logo as well. Community Dare to Care. To the community, from the community for the betterment of the community. We always take on donations and we give them away for free. So please follow us on the website www.communitypayitforward.com, www.communitypayitforward.com .us. Sorry about that. Again, you can always reach me by using my For My card. Right there's my goofy looking cartoon face. Reach out to me and we can have a conversation. We want you in the family. We want you in the program. We want you to succeed. And most of all, we want you to be there as we help others succeed. Please remember, if you're not doing anything, if you're not doing something for others, let me try this again. I'm gonna cut. Take 6. By the way, I did that a lot with those 2 videos today. Probably about 14 takes a piece. Anyway, if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. Please remember, no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Please check out the website, communitypayitforward.us. My name is Zak Clayton. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Folks, just remember, we're all we got. If we do this, we don't need to depend on other people. If we take care of each other, nothing can stop us. Join me next week as I relive another moment from past episodes of A Mission for Healthy Heroes, as we are right in the middle of the countdown, right here on Community Impact.
Show me the way. You wanna hold the heart of Sunset Boulevard. Bring me here, 'cause it's not quite clear to be a part of Sunset Boulevard.